As we are standing by for the Home Minister's press briefing, because that is the stage that is set for the final Bengal showdown and the second phase of polling that will take place. There is already a high-octane election campaign that is now continuing, and Home Minister Amit Shah, who has been camping in Bengal in the time when the first phase of elections that were also taking place, and we are now expecting this key briefing from him anytime soon. Now, what is most significant and notable is the high voter turnout that has been recorded in the first phase of elections in Bengal, and it seems on the very same line that he is going to pick up his continuous attack on the TMC, because the BJP here seems to be exuding confidence, saying that high voter turnout means that a government route is now on the anvil, because they do not want Didi to come back. Well, 4th of May would be the expiry date of the TMC, and such has been the kind of a strong pitch that Prime Minister Modi has also been taken up as far as his election campaign in Bengal is concerned. Shivam, good morning. Anytime now, we're expecting the briefing on part of the Home Minister on the lines as far as the bumper voter turnout that has been recorded in phase 1.
Exactly, Amrita, and even yesterday while speaking to Times Now, he also said that this higher voter turnout is because now the fear from the minds of the people, the fear from the hearts of the people have gone, and after all, after almost like a 3-4 decade, the common people of Bengal are free from the fear of what he says, the communist terror, and also the fear which is being mongered by the Trinamool goons. Even after completing his roadshow last night, he explicitly explained to the people that to this time the goons of the TMC are not out at all, and in the second phase also they are expecting a higher bumper voter turnout. He said that these are basically the signs that now the Bengal as a state is ready for a change, is ready to vote for development, is ready to vote for good governance. So this is the stance that the BJP has maintained. On the other hand side, we are seeing Trinamool Congress, even Mamata Banerjee, saying that this voter turnout is it's an example that how people still have faith, and they came out to make sure that A, they stay in the voter list, and B, they make TMC be in power for another 5 years. So these are the two, very opposite arguments given by both the parties that are suiting their own narrative. But again, today, as Amit Shah is expected to, hold a press conference in a very short moment, we're expecting some same lines on how the following agendas would be. Because how,
So we are standing by for that, the press briefing that is about to begin any minute now, and that will be addressed by the Home Minister Amit Shah himself, because other than that, we're looking at Prime Minister Narendra Modi, and his deep involvement in the election campaign is also concerned, not just about elections, but also making a cultural pitch in Bengal. Visiting the banks of Hooghly, the Prime Minister invoked the spiritual and the cultural significance of the river Ganga in Bengal's identity. And as far as Prime Minister saying that Ganga flows through the soul of Bengal, underscoring its deep civilizational connect with the state. Right from the riverbank, he's also pushed his Viksit Bengal vision, promising growth and development for the state. And with a direct appeal to the voters, the Prime Minister has vowed for prosperity for the people, campaigning that has now intensified ahead of the next phase of polling. Well, that seems to be the pitch that the Prime Minister seems to be talking about, as he shares the pictures and also videos of his experience while holding a camera in his hand. And of course, when it comes to the very soul that embodies the spirit of West Bengal, he seems to be showcasing in his post. Now, this seems to be, as far as the polling push, the pitch that has now been showcased on part of the BJP. Star campaigners already camping in West Bengal ahead of the second phase of election. And that actually gives the BJP a momentum to say that the first phase has been a bumper and a record voter turnout, first since the independence, that such kind of voter turnout that has been witnessed and seen. So let's go back to Shivam on this, because the Ganga Connect that the Prime Minister Shivam has also been talking about, this is the kind of connect that Prime Minister himself, by what he's wearing, what he's seeing, what he's speaking, what he's eating, actually reflects Bengal's identity.
Exactly, Amrita, and this is the way that the BJP also campaigns to make things more relatable, to fit themselves in the culture, to make the people of the state that they are voting comfortable, that there is nothing new major that will impact their identity. In fact, BJP has pushed an accelerator on the foot on the accelerator when it comes to, propagating the narrative that they are here to save the Bengali identity. What they from the very beginning said, even Yogi Adityanath came and said that this is the state known for Kali Devi and not for Kaaba. So this is, the kind of narrative that the BJP is trying to put forward, and to showcase themselves as a party who understands the cultural identity, who understand the nitty-gritties, who understand the cultural values of any particular place, and they are here to enhance it. They are here to make it, on a global level that people recognize it. Prime Minister going in the early morning to the Hooghly rivers, we also seeing him, clicking certain pictures, shows, especially the attire that he wears, shows that he understands, the BJP understands the...
So that seems to be the outrage that the Prime Minister has himself mentioned. And let's in the meantime also talk about the ruling party, which here in the case is TMC, which is looking for another comeback. And Derek O'Brien of the TMC, however, has flagged that voter turnout is in the favor of the TMC and not in the favor of the opposition in the state, which is the BJP. Because he now seems to be saying, according to his explanation, that there is a lot of voter anxiety that has been built up after this high voter turnout, because there has been massive deletions that have happened from the electoral rolls, and saying that the people of Bengal are voting in high numbers because they want to reject the BJP and they want a comeback of Didi. Well, that seems to be the explanation coming in from the TMC side, because on the very narrative of NRC that has been built up on part of TMC side, whether it comes to the exercise of SIR, even when it comes to the delimitation that was defeated in the Lok Sabha, the NRC narrative is something that the TMC time and again has been trying to project as far as its backdoor entry. After this, the BJP will implement NRC. So to defeat the BJP, and as far as NRC coming from the back door is something that the people are coming out and voting in high numbers. Rajesh, that seems to be the kind of opinion that both parties in the ruling and in the opposition have their own point of view. The one, TMC says that voters are coming out in big numbers. Why? Because they want a comeback of Didi. The BJP says that they want no return of Didi.
Absolutely. Both the political parties are claiming that people have come out to vote for their party. BJP is looking so much confident and happy. We spoke to leader of opposition, Shubhendu Adhikari. He said that now this is the first time the record has been broken. Previous record has been broken, and West Bengal has recorded the highest number of turnout this year, just to make a change, just to bring a change, because people are wanting a change in the state of West Bengal. That is why the most of the people came out and casted their vote for the change. That is the version of BJP. But TMC is claiming that most of the people have casted their vote, and turnout is the highest this year, because all the fake voters have been deleted during the SIR exercise, and most of the people who used to live outside Bengal, all the migrant workers and all other people who used to live outside, they have came to Bengal just to participate into the SIR exercise, and out of the fear of being deleted from the SIR exercise, they were in Bengal. They participated into the SIR exercise, and they became suddenly active. There are a lot of people who didn't cast vote previous time, but this time they are in fear. They were intimidated by the commission, so they became suddenly active and casted their votes to participate.
Very projections coming in on part of the TMC as well, saying that a return of Didi is something, and NRC through the back door. If that will happen once the BJP government makes its government in the state of Bengal, and that is what the people of Bengal would have to give in to. Please to stay on with us, Rajesh, because when we speak about both of the states, of course, the elections that have happened in Tamil Nadu as well, but when we speak of West West Bengal in particular, because we are standing by for the Home Minister's briefing now. Election Commission has come out to thank the people of both of the states, because this highest ever voter turnout since independence that has now been recorded. And this is something which the Election Commission, the poll body, which has also been in the crosshairs, both sides, when we take a look as far as the SIR exercise that happened in Bengal and also in Tamil Nadu. Now, 93% of the voter turnout that has been recorded in one phase of West Bengal elections, the highest ever. In 2021, at the peak of COVID pandemic, the voter turnout was approximately 82%, and now 2026, 5 years later, 93%, with 3.6 crore voters participating, more people voting in Bengal election than in 2021. And this is also the highest voter turnout recorded since independence. So let's get you exactly when it comes to, the SIR. Was the exercise that was conducted, the exercise that, the controversy that also created, that led, the entire exercise to be challenged by the ruling TMC in the courts as well? Well, we'll get you exactly when it comes to the district-wise, explanation is concerned. Most of these districts, and why do they hold, a significant when it comes to an explanation that could be given on part of the TMC versus the BJP, because this is where the fight gets real. Murshidabad, a Muslim majority district, 93% is what has been recorded this time in 2026 in comparison to 2021, only 85%. Then Dakshin Dinajpur, this is a close contest, also said to be a BJP stronghold or a challenger there, with the BJP has a significant presence, then 95.44%. Then in Cooch Behar, 2026, 96.04% in comparison to 2021, only 85%. And this is a border district, and this is where the NRC narrative matters, to what we just saw Derek O'Brien of the TMC saying. Then Malda, before elections, there has been violence that has been reported. 2026, 94.46%. It's a multi-cornered battleground. And then Birbhum, 94.51%. There has been a shift in the sentiment of the voters likely. So that seems to be as far as on record, because all of these districts that actually matter at the end of the day, because there has been a significant impact of the SIR exercise and the deletions there. And that seems to be the very contention that both sides, Election Commission coming out to thank the people of Bengal and also of Tamil Nadu, saying that this is the success of the exercise that has now been carried out, because fake names, people who are no longer present there, people who are no longer alive, people who have shifted their addresses permanently. Now, this seems to be a revision of the electoral rolls that was necessary, and that is the very reason that seems to be the exercise that has been carried out, and why people have come out to vote in large numbers. That seems to be the very expectation there, because multiple issues that has been taken up, right from infiltration to women welfare, to also when it comes to ground situation, law and order, perhaps this very sense of fearlessness that has now translated into the highest turnout since independence. And the Prime Minister has also credited the poll body. But on ground, the Daro Mat message from the Home Minister, however, cannot be ignored. He's been relentless, he's been blunt, and he's ensured that there is fear-free voting. He's not just campaigning, he's rather camping in Bengal. And BJP headquarters now have turned into a full-scale war room, even as phase 1 voting was still underway. Amit Shah was very much present in Bengal and ready for phase 2.
मैं आज दीदी के गुंडों को कहकर जाता हूं, कान खोल कर सुन लो, 29 तारीख को एक भी मतदाता को उंगली भी लगाई तो आपकी जगह बंगाल की खाड़ी में होगी, बंगाल की खाड़ी में।
Now let's talk about as far as Prime Minister is also concerned, because he is now of the opinion that Bengal, unfortunately, which is associated with violence in every election season, there has been significant, when it comes to drop of violence incidents that have been reported this time. There has been sporadic incidents nonetheless, which is quite significant in a state that has been long marred by political. Speaking too of, when it comes to a lot of anger that is now growing against TMC MLAs, ministers and strongmen, well, the Prime Minister says that I was the one who had Jhal Muri Jhal, which actually stands for spicy. And it seems that the TMC is getting irked by it. Listen.
मैं जब से राजनीति में आया हूं, मैं शायद कह सकता हूं, पिछले 50 साल में ये पहला चुनाव ऐसा है जिसमें हिंसा कम से कम हुई है, वरना हर हफ्ता किसी को फांसी पर लटका देते थे और बोल देते थे आत्महत्या कर दी। यहां तो टीएमसी के विधायकों, मंत्रियों, लोकल नेताओं और इनके सिंडिकेट के खिलाफ इतना गुस्सा है कि कई जिलों में टीएमसी का खाता तक नहीं खुलेगा। मिठाई भी बटेगी और जालमुरी भी बांटी जाएगी। वैसे मैंने सुना है कि जालमुरी ने भी कुछ लोगों को जन्नाटेदार झटका दिया है। जालमुरी मैंने खाई, लेकिन जाल टीएमसी को लगी है।
Now, ahead of the second phase of polling, there seems to be a